This is part 2 of the Math Tools videos. If you go to our Math Tools again, we looked at all the calculators. We left off on the Geometry tool. This is a great tool for any grade level, but you have your basics. You have your point, your segment, your line, your ray, your circle. Polygon can be any shape. And then we've got our angle and our arcs. The select tool is exactly what it sounds like when you want to select to do something. If I want to make, say, a triangle, it gives me directions. Choose a point. It drags it to choose another point. Choose another point, and you do it for how big you want your shape to be. But when you're done, you click on an existing point, and there's your shape. Okay. If I just want a point, I click on a point. If I want a line, I will go ahead and draw a line. Notice it gives the definition of a line. If I want an angle, it can do that, and it'll give me the angle measurements. We have some tools in here: midpoint, parallel line, perpendicular line. So if I wanted to select one of the sides of my triangle, I can find the midpoint of that side. Or I could also select a line and find a perpendicular to it, or a parallel line to that one. One of the nice features is the transformations. That's a tough topic for our 8th graders and our 10th graders when they're doing geometry. To do our transformation, you have your reflection, translation, rotation, dilation. It tells you you need to have a line on your paper to do it. For translation, it tells you it needs to have 2 points. The rotation says you have to have at least a point, and something over here, a dilation, tells you what you need. So for example, if I want to do a reflection, it says choose the line. So I clicked on the line and click on an object. So I clicked on an object and then I hit apply. And then you can kind of see it up here. And I can make my screen bigger and smaller, and that shows the reflection. Okay? If I want to do, I'm going to hit Control Z to go back. If I want to do a rotation, it tells me to choose a point and an object, and then hit apply. And it just rotated it amongst this point here. So again, I can also show it moving in, back and forth. It has my reflection on there too. If I didn't want to get the reflection one on there, I have to just get rid of that one. And it shows that it's rotating amongst that point. So this is a great tool for teaching transformations in grade 8 and grades 10. Whole bunch of different things we can do in here, and then there's also a way that we can add our graph paper into it. So our background, show grid, which is really helpful when we're talking about doing our transformations, because then we can actually go ahead and draw in our lines to get our X and Y axis. I can change the colors on them. As you saw in the earlier one, it's going to get my select tool. So if I select that line, I can make it a different color to make my X-axis stick out more, whatever color I want to do it, and make my Y-axis the same color so it will stand out in the graph. And then we could show our rotation amongst the origin, and as I move the object, it will move with it. So it's quite good dynamic software that's very helpful when teaching this topic.